We have a lot of people that come through this space, and we're glad to include you in that. This is a student-run facility, student-led facility. We do production, we do research classes. I do want to call the fact that these sessions will be led by my graduate and undergraduate assistants. And then also we have some admins in the space that are helping out. They come in and have been just instrumental in shaping how we've been able to increase our production here in the space. So Louisa, is Louisa here? Right there, in the back. She's actually tech directing from the NYU standpoint, the whole thing. So leave her alone. Don't talk to her at all.
Or when you see her, just give your undying thanks.
Yeah.
She's been working her ass off. So thanks, Louise.
Get out of her way. Don't make eye contact. Tommy Martinez is here. I'm adjusting my sound. Thank you so much. In real time. Look at that. We have some other folks here. Who's the, do we have any GAs here? Raise your hand. They're already in the other rooms making sure everything is working flawlessly. So they'll be behind the desk, so give them a shout out and show their love and support, and then hire them. That's the most important stuff. So yeah, this is a great place to ask questions and hopefully get some answers. And so I'm incredibly thrilled to have this brain trust here to share the space with. So hopefully this is the first of many if it's your first time, and welcome back if you've been here before. It's great to have you be part of our family. And you know, if you want to, I'll be around the entire time. Come up to me if you have any further questions about the program, about the space. We have some studio partners. I should also mention the W Lab. They do in-camera VFX and immersive design stuff in this studio. So the wall is part of their kit that they brought along. Halfway down the space, you'll see Evercoast is turning on all their machines right now. That is our volumetric solution. They've been our first partner. They've been around since 2019 in this space. They'll be doing demos for their volumetric solution. They're doing motion, Gaussian splats of people. We tell the people who are the uninitiated that's a hologram machine, but you guys know better. And then, OptiTrack has provided the motion capture eyeballs that are looking at everyone right now, and that's pretty much everyone. So thank you so much, Laura. This is the most exciting thing we're doing all semester long, so can't believe it's actually happening. So
yeah, I've been making them talk about it every week with me for a few months, and so now I think it's starting to clock in where we're doing it.
But the fact that the students get to actually run the thing is for me, that's the perfect use case of the space. So thank you so much for your patience and understanding with as we learn. Cool.
It's great. So let that be a reminder. We are a learning environment. We are sharing our knowledge. If something's on fire in the back and you know how to fix it, just go for it. Okay.
Right, but make sure you leave documentation. We have a Google Drive, so it's a living document.
All right. I want to take a minute to acknowledge some people who are helping out as well. And first of all, Lola Coleman, you'll see her running around. If her hair's on fire, just, work with it. But she's been helping me for months now. She works out of Sai My Studio. Two of our speakers that are later today are okay. She's on the phone with them right now, so you can get your asses here. I also would like all of my volunteers who are giving time this weekend to raise their hands or stand up. There are 16 volunteers. Thank you. I would also like to acknowledge I have a number of board members in the room as well as leaders in our European and North American committees. If you guys could raise your hands or stand up. Thank you. So with that, I would like to ask Soren, Matt, Shelley, and Ben to come on stage with me. We're just going to give a little background into building this mission. I've got a couple of mics next to JT. Thank you. If we could grab some of those, we're just going to be passing around mics. Just make sure they're on. That'll do it.
And
Hey. So I'm going to start with Soren. This project started with a conversation Soren and I had going back to 2016 about a party in Aspen with a bunch of media server peeps.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
We were going to bring I'll come to your house.
That really was the vision.
Yeah.
So the vision for Framework was to throw a party in Aspen. But
that was
here we are.
That was my section.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
But Soren is one of the original founders of this program and helped us get to the status of nonprofit with the goal of bringing the media server community together and every other video part of the industry that group touched.
Laura and I have done countless gigs together. We've done the all-nighters. We've been in the trenches. We've been up against it. We've cried. We laughed. We had some high fives. And we did the show every time. And I think one conversation that we were having over years, it sort of unfolded, was the observation that pixels and the making of pixels and the processing of pixels and the delivering of them to the show went from a couple IMAX screens to an LED wall to an add-on, an extra person at the lighting desk, an extra chair in the TV truck, to and then there was tension, there was heat in the system that pushed it into, there was even heat in the system to add that person. Then there was heat in the system to make it a department. Hey, I can't, this is more than I can have just tacked on to the lighting department. This is more than what it is. We need to push it in order to deliver to the creative energy that is possible and that the production wants. And so this heat in the system continued to grow as the departmental needs grew, the technology grew, the creative demands of our creative director and our EP on the client side, these demands grew, and yet the understanding of pixel making, pixel processing, and the creative process to deliver was not growing at the same pace. And I think that's why we wanted to come together, because it's very easy to recognize the different departments of our work as trades, and yet this was not yet a trade of its own.
And so to capture that evolution and bring this community together, I have to thank Soren, because he allowed me to step away from the gear and create a producing role about bringing that pipeline into reality and establishing those roles on the kinds of projects we were doing together. And I think that learning process and sharing that growth together, we wanted to share that. And all we've seen now is how much this community has expanded, whether we're reaching into architectural installation, art installations, film work, and the multi-camera production work we were doing together. I think having this space and continuing to expand so we can share knowledge and continue to grow together. And with that, I want to hand it over to Matt to talk about that mission, how Framework reaches out to the community.
Yeah. We're having a party in Aspen. And,
That's what you signed up for.
I think you should all. No, it's. I'm going to loop this back to Laura in a conversation we had a long time ago about how our industry crept into existence. And I say our industry, I mean, we're doing theater. I mean, we're doing shows. Like, what we're doing isn't exactly new. There's people here who started in lighting. There's probably some sound people. But we all ended up in this area where we're dealing with displays and media servers. We were talking about this, and Laura had this observation that it's not a thing until it appears on the request for proposal. If it's not in the RFP, you're a theory, you're not a fact. And at a certain point, screen producer, there'll be a fight later.
Thank you, JT.
And at a certain point, that starts appearing on the RFP. That's when this gets real. We move from being this sort of thing that's hanging out near the lighting desk to being like, well, we get our own table. And the process of that was all very organic. Like, at a certain point, it's a crisis. People keep showing up with different formats of material. You've got to figure out a way to get it to the screen. Maybe we should send them a spec sheet before the show. I mean, all of these things happened organically. But we're sitting here, we're having these conversations, we're at the Lighting People's Show, we're at LDI, ProLight, Plaza. We're not even in the name. And at a certain point, we began to have these conversations. Laura had, I had a 3 a.m. dinner in the Hard Rock with Luke Malcolm and Ash Nehru. And we're like, why are we here? Why are we at LDI? Nobody comes to our talks. They're happy to sell us floor space, but they're not actually feeding us. They're not actually helping us to build this community. And so Framework came into existence partly because of an unspoken need. We decided to put an item in the RFP saying, hey, let's have an organization so we can have dinners and drinks. But there needs to be more formal communication. We need to actually have ways of formalizing these paths, because we all talk in a sort of ad hoc way. We need to add structure to this, add form to it, and create an organization that can help advocate this and put us at a peer level, at an industry scale, not just being in the RFP. People need to actually identify this as a community and serve this community. And so we're trying to put the bricks in place to build that.
Thank you. I'm going to do the black and white text of a summation of that in our mission statement now, and the 3 goals we have with this community and what has grown in our board and our discussions with community. Our first priority is community gathering and community knowledge sharing. That's what we wanted to inform people about process and how we could improve by learning from each other and the tricks that we were developing in the different areas of our industry that we worked. Soren mentioned client education. That was a big motivator, trying to not be some people that showed up with the black boxes and have it misunderstood that the black boxes did all the work. We are the labor force, and we wanted to be recognized as the people who were making these systems function, and that, you know, we showed up on the right line items, so the right number of people were there keeping those nice black boxes working. And the last piece is really a growth of understanding as this technology advances. We are the culture holders of how this work gets done. You can learn how these systems work, but to apply them in whatever aspect of the industry you end up in, that's our culture, and that takes mentorship to really understand and thrive in, and that's our responsibility to bring that next generation up into the culture that they'll thrive in. So with that, I'm gonna throw to Ben to talk about new talent.
Hello. It's really, really cool to see all of you. Some of you I know, some of you I don't know. And the new talent list is really an extension of community. And what I mean by that is the passing on of knowledge is essential to our community and also essential to survival in this industry. So I just want to take a minute and look around the room and find somebody you may or may not know and acknowledge, like in your mind, like, this person taught me something. So I'll give you an example, like William, who's there with 4Wall, taught me how to diagnose a problem in an EOS puck 2 days ago because I called him and asked him for help. Called him and asked him for help. Soren taught me about flow state sitting on the High Line on a bench. I was like, what the hell is flow state?
That's the advanced course.
Yeah, great. So I just look around the room and maybe be like, and think about the things that have been imparted to you, and it doesn't have to be like as a friend, it could also be as a vendor and a creator of a device, whether it's a media server. They've taught me how to use these things. And so the new talent showcase is really about bringing another generation in and another wave of people into our industry. And when I say generation or wave, meaning that there are folks that are not necessarily in their 20s that want to enter our industry as well and want to be retrained and like learn new things. And so we really try to put them in a place that has visibility to get jobs. That's a big deal, is that we get people to those that need workers and employees and help with what the projects are that they're working on and bring them to the forefront. And so what the new talent showcase is it basically starts as a web page that you are accepted to, that students can upload their portfolios, their CVs, and they are selected to be put and featured on the Framework website and the new talent list. From there, we do an event in the early spring in about March, where it's an online forum where you, as people that are looking for employees, can host a table and actually talk to these folks from all over the world, really, about their portfolios and about what they have to bring to our industry. I would also say within that, we've got a great opportunity to usher in like another generation. One of the other things that I really am passionate about, that I see even at a university level, I teach at my university in Oxford, Ohio, and so I also really appreciate this space as a collaboration space to educate other folks. And the really important thing, I think, for our industry is this gives us an excuse to relate to one another that isn't about competition. I mean, we might compete for talent, but it is a huge silo buster and a conversation piece where we can come together even as competitors and help other people get a leg up in this industry. Did I get it all, Laura?
I think you got it beautifully.
Oh, the new talent list will start accepting applications in late fall, which is fairly soon. So if you know students or people that want to be on that, tell them to get their collective you-know-what together. That's what I tell my students when they go home for Thanksgiving. Get ready to submit your materials so that they can be reviewed very quickly. Great.
Yeah, how many of you are familiar with our new talent program or have participated in meeting students? This is open in the spring. We ask a lot of companies representing different parts of the industry to be present in these speed interviews. You're not obligated to hire anyone. We want to expose these students to the experience of having to represent themselves to professional community, and I think that's the first thing we offer students from the new talent program. Do I have any of my new talent listers in the room right now? People who've been represented on the list? Yeah, please, come on. I know one is going to be speaking in the panel right after this. It's just really exciting to see some of them launch and thrive. So if you know the students, as Ben pointed out, if you know university programs who are producing students with the kind of talents that would be useful in this community, we need to know those things, and we rely on you for those introductions. Because all of you are Framework members, which is how I'm going to throw to Shelley.
Excellent. I just want to start out by saying that Framework is oversold, and that, to me, is a huge moniker in where we're at right now, because there are more people that want to be in this room than we can actually fit. And it brings us to a really, really interesting question. How do we continue to build a self-sustaining organization that continues into the future? And I want to give you guys a little bit of backstory on this actual conference, right? So the budget for this event cost $148,697.26. Okay? Which is a pretty impressive number, right? And that number was achieved by a very, very reasonable relationship with Tandon. There are lots of things that have to get balanced in all of this budget. Of that $697.26, $148,000 was raised with sponsorship, okay? So think about that for a minute, and think about, although we are incredibly grateful to the community of sponsors that have been with us from the beginning of all of these things, we're looking towards the future and wanting to confirm, as the opinion that we actually have, is that it's worth something to you as a member, right? Similar to organizations like SEGD, or there are other ASC. There are professional organizations that have minimal tiered memberships, and looking towards the future, that is something that we think is valuable, not just for us as an organization to make more money, but for you as individuals to be a part of a professional association, right? And so looking towards the future, because this is your organization, right, we're actually going to be asking for more feedback in the future for the different ways that we're looking at doing this. There are potential tiers of membership. There are corporate memberships that will allow you to have individuals within your organization be members of Framework. But all of these things are a way for us to build this self-sustaining future to allow for the professional development of these young, of new talent, because we all know that it's really, really challenging in this industry right now. You're thrown into the deep end, as Laura says in this beautiful talk that she gave, without the skills or the training that you need. But in addition to that, we're interested in looking for professional opportunities for people that are in the community that want to relearn something or take a sabbatical. There are options, and there's power in numbers, and I think that that's what we're going for. So stay tuned. There's
Yeah.
going to be more.
And I just want to acknowledge too that I think, we're 6 years into this program, this platform, and this next step, this transition to make it sustainable, is when a lot of nonprofits break, right? They get commercialized, they get, outsiders performing leadership roles to sustain it. So this is a delicate time for us. The entire board volunteers, all of my committees volunteer, and we want to maintain that ethos, but we also need some professional help outside of the other day jobs that we do to keep this program running for all of us. So it's important that we maintain our ethos and our character while allowing this organization to thrive when all of us maybe turn over into other professionals, new faces and new leadership. So we know that going in, and we're open to conversation, which is why we're hosting Sunday brunch, where people who can join us, if you're not too burned out from all the parties, can join us Sunday morning and be a part of that conversation, because it's critical. It's an open forum to maintain what we've built that is precious. So thank you. So speaking of precious, your badges. Let's talk about those for a little while. I'm going to invite Andy Babin and Michael Kohler up, who are going to give you the how-to.
And I'm Andy Babin.
And we're from Fuse Technical Group, CATS, the Center for Advanced Technology Solutions. I forgot about the LoRa conference. So we're going to tell you a little bit about how these came to be. We really wanted to do some sort of interactive conference badge experience. And in developing this, I had a lot of inspirations for what I wanted the final thing to be. Obviously cat-shaped. But we were very much inspired by the weird New York hot dog cart LED signs, because as we talk about framework and how we're all pixel people, the way that text is displayed on low-resolution displays with weird animations and colors and patterns is something that we thought was really interesting. And and we also wanted to figure out how to turn it into something that was able to be used after the conference as either a cool light-up blinky thing, or a Genlock reader. If you came to our workshop yesterday, you could see how that works, or all sorts of other things, because it's a hackable, developable open source platform.
A QR code, yep.
On the back, that if you scan it. Sorry, I don't know how to do this because I'm a lighting guy. Everybody else is bad at this too. So if you scan the QR code on the back, I usually just project to everyone everywhere. Anyway. Oh, can I use this? This one works. That one's not. So it was just me yelling. Well, now you can be that one. Anyway, now that the microphone works, there's a QR code on the back that if you scan it, you can get all the hardware and eventually software source code so that you could build your own one of these. And just one fun statistic about these, in the development of this project, I ordered 32,000 LEDs, and that's just slightly over the number of LEDs in a single BP2 tile. So I can only imagine how crazy the supply chain is for building LED tiles when I had to buy the most number of anything I ever bought, and it was a drop in the bucket. So we're going to talk about the game now.
Yes. Okay. So the game, as some of you have discovered, there's a couple buttons. Well, actually, there's a couple buttons on here. Hold my tops. There's a couple buttons. The center button is the meow button, because cats. And if you press that, you will see.
I have been zapped.
Michael has been zapped. And what that does is that records on who Michael has been zapped by on his badge, as well as he gives some arbitrary points. As some of you have also seen floating around, there's a scoreboard throughout the room. Also, if you hit the left-hand side button, it will tell you your score. If It will also tell you how many charms you've unlocked. If you've noticed, certain people have a little icon next to their name. Those are sponsors, vendors,
Our friends.
Friends of Framework. So if you interact with them, you will also see that attached to yours as well.
You unlock it. It's like a digital collectible scavenger hunt. I heard those are all the rage. Or was that last year?
Yeah, something. So,
Collect all the charms. They're like Pokemon. You got to catch them all.
Yep.
The more times you get connected with, that increases your score.
and certain people also give you more points. So it's totally random, totally arbitrary. We just wanted to give you a number. If anyone gets the maximum, I think there's a prize.
There is prize, and you know, prize is #fabulous or something.
So as some of you can also see, when they get tired, they go to sleep. Chet, you want to stand up and model your sleepy kitty? Chet has a sleepy cat. And if you push a button, Chet, push a button, they will wake up.
We also sort of have the ability to do that remotely using these infrared transmitter beacons. So I'll press the sleep button now, and most of the ones in the room, it's about coverage.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. Like, we were trying with it. But, you know, at the end, we could sleep it at the beginning of a talk, but that requires an operator, and we're probably not going to do that. And we can also just kind of wake them up, and they do this cute little wake-up animation, and then go back to saying your names.
Can you play Nyan Cat?
Yeah. Which scene is that?
Scene 1.
This is really a little hard on the phone, but
Yeah, you know.
play scene. Oh, it's set to scene 0.
Oh, well, that one.
I'll hit 1 and hit play scene. And
Maybe.
yeah,
Yeah!
very low resolution Nyan Cat. It works better for the ones in the back because our locator's there.
Yeah. If you see a couple of these things floating around the room, they're giant TV remotes, basically. So I was looking at my cheat. We have a cheat sheet here. That's being rude on my phone.
The score request.
Oh yeah. So also you can see, as Chet is also modeling, and I am modeling, turned off. There are several badges around the room. One of them at the registration desk, and a couple floaty people. It will actually upload your score to the cloud, where there is a leaderboard, which again is totally arbitrary. Don't put any weight behind that number other than how awesome you are.
The rules are made up, and the points don't matter.
Yeah. But yeah, so nothing is real, and we're all virtual.
Yeah, the leaderboard is also accessible from the QR code on the back, as well as from the workshop yesterday, community projects of people who got the badges in advance and made some open source projects for it. The hardware and or software for those projects are available on the link farm section. Is that a term people use? Or is that a 90s thing?
We like it.
I don't know. There's the link farm section that we're going to gather like community projects if we find out people are doing cool stuff with this and posting them there so everybody can find out how to do more stuff with your badge after the conference. And afterwards,
Well,
there's...
yeah, we're getting there.
Okay, you're going to get
Well, on the practical note, these are powered by AA batteries, as everyone discovered upon entry. There are more batteries because we think they'll last a solid day.
We did testing with like 8 to 12 hours. Like, we were doing pretty good.
Yeah, but there are more batteries, so if you need them, come find registration. Also, once you are done, since Michael had said, giving us a fun little desk toy, if you power it off and hold in the center button while powering it on,
He's got two.
I'm holding it. Yeah, it is. I'm an audio guide. There we go. This one, there we go. Okay, it's gated. Okay. If you hold in the center button while powering it on, and don't do this yet, you will see a lightning bolt animation, and this will put it in I'm calling it toy mode, where it will scroll your name and framework and all of the little icons. It's just kind of a fun little thing to put on your desk when you're done. It also will not go to sleep in that state, so don't do that now.
It uses a lot more battery in this mode, but you can plug it in over USB-C. You don't have to worry about batteries.
You can also undo that by just doing it again. So, and that will be on the website. So, yeah, I think that's all we got. Question? Q&A.
The ID tag.
Oh, yes, and also attached because cats have collars.
Yeah, these kitties are chipped.
These kitties are chipped. And if you hold the NFC tag up to your phone, it will prompt you to go to the Framework website.
With the schedule, like what's on stage now.
The schedule and the leaderboard. We do all the tricks.
And also, they will power over USB-C as well, if you're bored.
Cool.
Yeah, so the award goes out at happy hour tomorrow night for the most points and the best hack of the badge.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. All right, I'm going to wrap us up. All right, so now I'm going to give you your assignments for the next 2 days, which is to engage with as many people as possible, go sit in a presentation room that you might not have chosen just for the hell of it, explore, learn from each other, have a really good time. I want to talk about your lanyards. If you noticed, it's printed with "All flourishing is mutual." This is philosopher Robin Wall Kimmerer. I think she's an ethnobotanist. I might have that wrong. Apologies, because this is now on the internet. But basically, this is what this community embodies for me, or at least my intent behind this community. All flourishing is mutual. None of our jobs work in a vacuum. We can't do all the things. We are a thriving ecosystem of skills, insights, and possibility, and Framework wants to embody that. So I want you to take that line, that statement, and kind of hold that with you as you spend the next couple of days with us. All flourishing is mutual. We are better for each other's work, and we should endeavor to understand more about what that work is and how people think about it. So thank you for being here. I'll be racing around all weekend if you have questions now. Otherwise, we got a little time for people to caffeinate up. Next sessions start at 11 a.m. Thank you.